What is going on, guys? One more time bringing us a brand new video, and this is going to be a very exciting video. I haven't made one like this in 3 years. The last one I made was after I released my single Live a Lie back in the summer of 2022. So it's been almost 3 years since I made one of these videos, and I don't really have a good explanation why I haven't made another one. I want to make a lot more of these and really give you guys a whole lot of insight into the production behind every single song. Now, I'm not going to do every single song here on the channel. No, maybe on the Patreon, so go check out the Patreon. But today we're going to be breaking down the production of my song Play Your Cards for my 2023 deluxe album, Sweet Story of Mine. And this was my first rock song that I ever made. Now, did I do the music for it? No, I had a great producer by the name of Alexander Chess. I just, did the production for the vocals on it. It was my first rock song, so there was a lot of things that I had to learn back in November 2022 when I was writing the song and recording the song and producing it. So there's a lot of cool things that I learned from it that I want to share with you guys. So that's why I chose this one to be the song that I come back making these videos with. And then there's a couple more that I have in mind that I really want to bring here to the channel. And like I said, I might do a breakdown for every song eventually on the Patreon. So we're going to jump in here. We got the project file open for Play Your Cards. For the vocal production on this song, I had never produced rock vocals before. And with the rock vocal, there's a lot of instrumentation happening. So I'm just going to play a little bit of the chorus just so you guys get a little bit of a hint of how much instrumentation there is. So that's a little hint of the instrumentation to Play Your Cards. There's a lot of heavy drums and a lot of guitars. So where does my vocal fit into that? Because I really was still trying to find my voice at the time. I was very new to working in Adobe Audition. Now I work in Logic Pro, which is a whole different monster. And it was a big thing trying to figure out how to make my voice feel prominent without being overwhelmed by the music, but not let the music fall on the wayside. It was a perfect marriage that I had to make between the two. And at this time, I was still singing with a very soft pop voice, so it was very like this. And that's not really a rock voice. So I had to kind of find throughout the production of this, what is my rock voice? And I had a song on the album called Communication, which kind of gave me a little bit of a hint at what it was supposed to sound like with the rock voice. But it was kind of starting from scratch. So in the verses, it's pretty much the same soft vocal I played for you right here. Here's verse 1. I'm trekking through the depths of my mind, searching for the answer why I just can't get away from you. So right there, the instrumentation is not too big. It's very soft, so I can have that one vocal just kind of carrying it. Now here in the second half of verse 1, you see there's a thing called verse 2-1. This is actually a low track where when I'm singing the first verse, which is... But see here... So you see there, the instrumentation picked up as we're building towards the chorus. And when I was recording it, I didn't feel my soft voice was carrying the song enough. There needed to be a new element that came in and served the vocals here. So that's where I added in this track, which is me singing down here, which you only hear a little bit in the actual song, but it really adds a lot of depth to my vocals. Got me running in circles on roads, need to you, girl, it's like I can't get enough. So you see, I added that deep vocal, which gave it just a little bit more depth to it. It helped it be able to stand more with the music, and it really made a big effect as you lead up to the chorus. So it's not just such a drastic difference between the verses and the choruses. Here's a little sound of them with the music. Got me going crazy, seeking therapy, feeling like it's one for me. And then we have the hook. Everything had calmed down, made it so far. And now we're going to let the chorus run, and then I'll talk about the chorus. Why you gotta play your cards, trying to tear me apart? Go back to the start, but it's gonna hurt. I don't understand why you wanna play your cards. Tell me why you're playing your cards in my head. But never understand, sometimes instead. Fuck what we said. Why did you play your cards? Why did you play your cards? This chorus was absolutely crazy. So I usually have My kind of go-to layering for vocals is double left and right. Then I do a falsetto left and right. Then I do a harmony left and right, and then a deep vocal left and right. But in this song, you'll see there's actually 4 more tracks. That's called the growl track, which is left and right, and then a rasp track that is left and right. Because when I did my main vocal layering, it sounded very thin. It didn't really feel like it had that rock feel to it. So I added these 4 more tracks, which about killed my voice to do in a time. Now, you really don't hear it in the chorus when you listen to the song, but that's the beautiful thing about layered vocals. You're not really supposed to be able to hear them distinctly, but they are there. And once you hear them here, if you go back and listen to the song, if you like close your eyes, listen closely, you'll be able to hear a little bit of them. So I'm going to show you guys what they sound like. And granted, this was very early on when I was still learning how to find harmonies in songs, so it's not amazing. But I'm going to show you guys the rasp track.
Play your card, trying to tear me apart. We're back at the start, trying to break our hearts. I don't understand why you gotta play your cards.
So that part was not to say like I got to hit every note perfectly, because obviously I didn't. It was very much like I just need them to be in the same area of notes so it can just give that nice little feel and atmosphere to the vocals. Now the next one is the growl track. This one also about killed my voice.
Play your cards, trying to tear me apart. We're back at the start, trying to break our hearts. I don't understand why you had to play your cards.
So those really formed what became the main vocal mix for Play Your Cards, because those really helped. This is what they sound like all together.
Play your cards, trying to tear me apart. We're back at the start, trying to break.
And then with the lead vocals.
I don't understand why you had to play your cards.
And then I'll show you guys just briefly the deep vocals and all the layering here. So here's the deep vocals.
You gotta play your cards, trying to tear me apart. We're back at the start, trying to break our hearts. I don't understand why you had to play your cards.
And then we had the harmonies.
Play your cards, trying to tear me apart. We're back at the start, trying to break our hearts. I don't understand why you gotta play your cards.
I actually did 2 different harmonies there, which was an interesting choice. And then here's the falsetto.
Play your cards, trying to tear me apart. We're back at the start, trying to break our hearts. I don't understand why you had to play your cards.
Ooh, that last note was rough, but you know what? It's been like 2.5 years since, so who cares? And here's the doubles, which obviously you know what they sound like.
Play your cards, trying to tear me apart. We're back at the start, trying to break our hearts. I don't understand why you gotta play your cards.
So that's like my normal vocal mix. So if I just had the main vocal mix, it would have sounded like this.
Play your cards, trying to tear me apart. We're back at the start, trying to break our hearts.
And to me, it just didn't feel like it had enough sauce to it. It didn't feel like it had a true rock feel. So I was like, all right, let me go back and figure out what to do. So when I was brainstorming, I decided to add it all together, and I'll play it with the music but without the lead vocals. I don't understand why you gotta play your cards. And then the main vocal, here it is. I'll just play it for you real quick.
Why you gotta play your cards, trying to tear me apart. We're back at the start, trying to break our hearts. I don't understand why you had to play your cards.
So you see a lot of this, as you're looking at the screen, a lot of this was one take. You know, a lot of artists will do like, is very much splicing up different takes into one thing, and that's not a problem. Like a lot of my songs now have that effect, and I mean a lot of songs at this time had that same effect, but this song, a lot of it was done in one take. Now the second verse you can see was a little more broken up. I'll just show you a little bit of the end of the second verse because vocally it's pretty cool.
Now I'm pulled back into this life.
This is a very high note for me to hit at the time.
Now I can tell, thought we had our farewell. Why you gotta?
So having that deep note, that helped.
I can tell, thought we had our farewell.
Having that note there really helped the high note stand, because going into the high production, it sounded very thin. So having that like little vocal underneath really helped them.
We had our farewell.
That note is still high to this day. But when I sing this live, like when I sang it live in a Sweet Story Mine live performance last year, that note going into the chorus, it's like I can't hold it as long, obviously. I hit that note, get out, take a deep breath. It's like I'm sitting down is a bad idea. I could tell, thought we had a farewell. Why you gotta play your cards trying to tear me apart? It's very quick, and it's just praying that you take enough air in so that you'll be able to make it through the chorus up until I hold the big note, which
Why
is.
did you play your cards? Why did you play your cards?
I held that note for a long time, as you can see. It played over me singing the chorus a second time, so here it is.
Why did you play your cards? Trying to tear me apart. We're back at the start, gonna break our hearts. I don't understand why you had to play your cards.
And then I held, this was actually like, not, I want to say like super hard. It was a little bit harder than you think to make it sound okay. I did the same note where I said, why you play your cards? But I held it with a rasp. Holding a rasp for a long time was an interesting choice. It was an interesting choice. That's the best way to put it. It sounds good in the song though, so I'm okay with it.
Why you gotta play your cards?
I can only do that so many times when I was recording it until my voice gave. So I was like, please get it right, because if I don't, we're going to have a bad day. Why did you play your cards? It's not like that. I'm not going to try to kill my voice. I got recorded. I got some more vocals to cut later today. But yeah, that's how that went. And then it played in the second half of the chorus. Here you go.
Why you gotta play your cards with a phone in my hand? You have a chance to tell us that. But for instead, why did you play your cards? And why did you play your cards?
So yeah, and I held it throughout the whole thing of the chorus. Now you can debate should have been held that long or not. I didn't know exactly where it would be the cutoff point, like where it would cut off, and there's a bunch of things I could have done to have it disappear without being super noticeable to the listener. But at the time, I didn't know that. It was either I had to just cut it off and end it, or just hold it through the whole thing. I held it through the whole thing, and I like it. I like it. I think it's a good choice. I think it adds some flavor to the second run back of the chorus, because there is no bridge, there is no ad libs other than the big notes. Like I said, this song was very interesting because I had to, find a new way to record a rock song. I never recorded a rock song before, and if any of you are looking to record a rock song, the biggest thing I can tell you when coming to the vocal production side of things is you want it to be very layered. Your vocals cannot be thin. They need to be thick, because with the instrumentation in a rock song, it's very heavy. The drums are very live. The guitars are in your face, and you probably got 2, 3, maybe even 4 guitars all going at once. So where does your vocal fit in that? You need to have a lot of vocal layering to do it. Some people, if they have a really good rasp or screamy voice, they might be able to pull it off. But even then, they still have some layered vocals there to help push their voice forward, because it really does a lot in the production of a song. This was me doing it, 2.5 years ago. I was still very green to this. There's a lot I've learned now, and I've applied it now to my music, which is semi-similar to this style. I enjoy showing you guys just a little taste of what it was like making Play Your Cards, and the breakdown of the vocals and everything. It might be my favorite song I've made to this day that you guys have heard. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, let me know. If you want to see more of these videos, let me know. I'm going to be doing a breakdown of my song Chance soon, because that song, you think this has a lot of stuff, that song has vocal production and instrumentation production that I'm going to show you guys, and how I made that song. It's crazy. It was such a fun experience, and yeah, I'm going to break it down for you guys. But thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe and make sure to like this video if you enjoyed. Make sure that bell button down below so you're notified every single time I have a brand new video to the channel. Make sure to go stream Play Your Cards and my new single Sunglasses wherever you listen to your music, and new music will be coming soon, guys. Just pay attention over the next month or so. There might be something coming. Make sure to go check out the Patreon, where I did a full breakdown of the entire Sweet Story in Mind album, and I'm going to be doing breakdowns for every single song that I've released eventually. I'm not saying it's going to come immediately. It's going to come eventually. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Morris, and I'm out. Peace.